WatchPony.com's Behind the Arrow, where we talk pony nonsense or general mumble nonsense for around 90 minutes or until technical difficulties take away our faces and our identities. I am not here in visual form. In fact, nobody is. The sweet sound of my butter voice is all you're going to
Yo,
get today, my humble
actually,
viewers.
um,
Oh,
um,
what?
what's going on here? Hold on. I know it's live. Now it's live.
Oh, crap. We are already starting off with technical difficulties. Son of a gun. Why?
All right,
How,
man.
how we looking?
We are up, ready to get wet. Let's do it.
Okay, so let me start over. Welcome everybody to WatchPony.com's Behind the Arrow, where we talk pony nonsense for around 90 minutes or until technical difficulties take away our faces and identities. And all we have are our succulent voices. I am, of course, the butter voice, known as WatchPony.com. And here with the other butter voice that voices all the trash in the fandom, Red Orchestra. Say what's up, man?
The trash man returns. You shouldn't have let me run this. It's gonna get disgusting.
Yes, he is the one in charge of the stream right now because Technical Master Bryce is actually in Las Vegas right now, along with V. And Jonathan, of course, is never here. So it's actually just the two of us. But we do have a guest for us this week. We have the one, the only Golden Fox. Say what's up, man.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Yes, doing good. That's what everyone says. He was already in like BabsCon. He went to Pacific PonyCon, and he's like in Analysis Anarchy. Any other things I'm missing? Like the sniper there.
Um, Let's see. I could have sworn I'd been a part of something, but I have a brain fart right now. um, I'll probably oh yeah, that's right. I'm in the Roundtable podcast with Toon Critic and a couple of other analysts.
Oh, nice. Two
Yeah,
critics.
yeah. We discussed the episodes of season 6 because we never finished reviewing season 5 when season 6 came a lot sooner than any of us expected.
Yes, it totally screwed up my video schedule too.
Yeah, it screwed up a lot of people's scheduling, didn't it?
Yes, it did. All right, cool. So you're just reviewer and you stick to only reviewing, right? You love to review episodes, movie reviews.
um, there are a couple of things I do outside of reviewing, but it's like kind of rare. For instance, I did a little bit of music, and what else did I do on my channel?
Movie reviews.
Yeah, I've recently got back to doing movie reviews, and I've recently started doing countdowns, which I hope to do sometime in the future. And there could be something else happening, but most of the time, yeah, I was contributing to critiquing episodes of Friendship is Magic.
Nice.
I'm sorry?
All right. Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't me. Who's the one talking? Who are you talking to?
Oh, I was talking to a Keyframe.
Ah, all right. Well, tell her I said hi.
They
Keyframe.
say hi.
Also, holy crap, Keyframe is like technically in 3 of our streams in a row. That's like beating Pinky Rose's record already. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's like the Wilson here. She's just kind of there.
Holy crap, that's funny. Okay, so how long have you been analyzing here in the fandom?
I've been reviewing and critiquing episodes since like back in 2011. So at this point, it's like 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. And was
Yeah.
it My Little Pony that got you started reviewing?
I was actually reviewing movies before then, and there was like a few other things I used to do prior to reviews. But reviews are what caught my interest the most because it's just like it's a matter of giving your opinion, and it creates a discussion behind it. So,
Yep. Well,
um,
that's what reviews are.
yeah, that's pretty much what they are.
And is My Little Pony like by far your most favorite thing to review?
It's been the first priority for a while, and I still get so glued in reviewing it. There were times when I felt like reviewing something that isn't Friendship is Magic related, but then I get glued back to Friendship is Magic.
What's like your favorite season to review episodes in? Or a lot of the episodes that you have a lot of favorite analysis, like which season do they usually land in?
Where the analysis began, you mean? Or
Like, what's your favorite season to analyze?
season to
Out of-
analyze? Uh, I'm guessing either season 2 or season 5.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Holy crap, season two.
That's a
Season two was
Yes.
actually the one, was the season that got me, actually. Season five, like, was the season that sold me. I think, like, season five was, like, when I started making WatchPony.com. Holy crap.
Yeah, season 2 grabbed a lot of people's interest. Some people got into it through season 3 and the later seasons, but I think season 2 is like kind of the majority.
it's
Hmm.
kind of funny.
What?
It is kind of funny that you mentioned the whole second season thing. I technically the first episodes I ever watched were from the first season. That's kind of what That's when I started getting into it.
Well, yeah, some people do. Like I've like whenever it came to me watching the seasons, I watched the entire series right from the very beginning.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. The funny thing is, it would almost lead to how I just like became a brony, and it would just like be a whole different discussion if I talked about it. Yeah.
All right, so I don't know if you don't want to dive into that topic. I'm actually down.
Oh, I can tell you the story of how I discovered friendship is magic.
Yay,
Um,
story time.
It was a dark and stormy night.
it
It
was
was
a
a
dark,
dark and
stormy
stormy.
night. Now, even before then, I first discovered MLP when I was on a website called dorkly.com where they do a bunch of video game parodies. And there was another subsection or a page that had content related to video games or whatnot. And it wasn't made by the website itself. It was just a bunch of fan content that got to be featured. And one of which was called Ponycraft 2, not to be confused with, Swarm of the Century. That was awesome. Um, uh, it had the audio works of what is it, the trailer of, I think it was StarCraft, and I just look at it and I'm just like, that's the current version of My Little Pony, and just like a part of me felt interested, and I was like trying to look around, making sure nobody else was looking, because I've looked at the video multiple times, admiring the visuals. And then I saw like a couple of other spoofs that had Friendship is Magic in there, and I thought to myself, it's probably getting like teased or becoming a part of a new YouTube poop thing. And then I read around that I looked around and read that some people are really, really into it, including young guys like who are like 14 or 15. I'm like, are you kidding me? At that age, they would mostly hate that stuff and would play something like Call of Duty. So I looked around on like IMDb and it had a very high rating. There was a lot of positive reviews about the show, and I'm just like, that's really weird. Most of the time, whenever it came to a show based on a girl's product, it didn't receive that many good reviews. Finally, I decided like on that stormy night, I was just like trying to sleep, and it just like it could bother me. Like, is this even possible? Okay, screw it. I open up my phone, I turn on my YouTube application to see if I could find anything. Otherwise, I would have just torrented back then. And there it was. Okay, the first episode, cool. And I was gonna give it like the first couple of minutes and then just like go to sleep. And then I found myself finishing the first two episodes. I'm like, no way. Just no way. There's no way I could have enjoyed this. So then I really couldn't sleep. But then I managed to sleep. And then like the next day I'm like, I'm curious about the show again. So I went into a marathon where every night I would watch about 2 or 3 episodes and just be like, one more episode of Ponies, and then it's straight to sleep. Finally, I stumbled upon Party of One, and I just felt so obligated to talk about it. And then I made a video where I confessed my feelings about it. And then people are telling me, "Oh, you're a brony. Welcome to the herd." I'm just like, I've heard that somewhere. So, so I read the comments. People were sending me personal messages saying that you're not the only one and such. And a lot of people were there to comfort me. I then was introduced to Equestria Daily and discovered that it has this huge like following that I was just like completely amazed about. But shouldn't be too surprised about, because I was just surprised at the quality of the show itself. And ever since then, I got so glued on looking at MLP and looking at the fan content that it was very therapeutic, because throughout 2011, I went through a lot of difficult times in which it's kind of on a personal one. It also would. It was also what was dragging me away from reviewing movies for a while. So it just felt like doing being a part of the Brony fandom just felt very therapeutic and something very exciting at the time. I stuck with it for the past couple of years, and as of recently, I've been going back to doing movie reviews, but kind of trying to balance out a couple of things back and forth. But yeah, that's kind of my story of how I became a Brony.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Yes.
No, no,
Oh,
no golden.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned movies. No, I have a certain affinity for a certain type of movie. They have a tendency to be awful. Um, have you ever found yourself, watching bad movies because you enjoy it?
That, I think it all depends. Like, there are some movies that are just so bad that it just makes me want to shut off the television or shut off the movie. And then there are those that just like they can turn into guilty pleasures because of its bad reputation.
Well, I mean, there's movies that I really like that are really like, objectively speaking, they're god awful. Like, the first bad movie of that kind of genre was Troll 2 for me. And if and if anyone here listening has not seen Troll 2, do yourself a favor, go see that. It's awful. You'll
Yeah,
laugh.
it's one of those movies that are so bad that you would have to recommend it just to see how bad it is. I saw the movie when it was out, and it just like when it was available online, and it was really weird. Like, I didn't even know what to think of. Like, obviously I knew the movie was bad, but I'm just like, there's a lot of things that really disturbed me in such an unusual way that I would want to look back at it. Like, why would I? And yet I can't stop thinking about it.
The I remember my first exposure to that movie was, what was his name? He was a YouTuber years ago, and he was actually the YouTuber that actually got me into like movie reviews and stuff. And now that now I actually watch videos from like Doug Walker and Cinema Snob and all those guys,
Hmm.
Channel Awesome, etc. But Troll 2, the one quote that always stuck out to me that made me laugh every time was a double-decker bologna sandwich.
what?
Because the way that line is delivered by the actor, the kid that was playing that character it was okay. Number one, the writing made like no sense. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? And two, the kid like yells this at the villain, and the villain has this completely unrealistic reaction of disgust. Like, she's the most vegan of vegans, and the mere mention of meat makes her blood boil.
Oh, that sounds like
Wow.
almost every typical villain in a cartoon.
Oh, dude, like every character was a cartoon character in that movie.
Yeah. What movie was it?
Troll 2.
Oh, yes.
Oh
No,
crap.
the thing that was so weird is how the victims were killed, or yeah, how they were killed off during the movie. It's like it's really disturbing, and yet it just makes you want to draw back to it. Like, how did that work? How did this happen and such? And just I don't even know.
Like, the scene where I can't remember his name. Fuck.
I
One
remember
of
almost no one's name. Just they're eating her and they're eating me, and that's it.
the what's it? Yeah, whatever. One of the teen like guys who ends up getting killed. She turns a fuck. Okay, get this. A fucking druid turns him into a tree, and then she chops him down with a chainsaw.
Holy crap.
But remember, this is not a horror movie. This is a comedy. It's an unintentional comedy. But it's still hilarious.
I never saw this movie, so this is like all new for me.
Oh, dude, next
I'm
time we
sure you
see
can
each
find
other.
it somewhere. Yeah.
No, dude, it's on Netflix on demand.
Troll 2?
Holy crap!
Yep. Yeah,
On it
watch next time we're together. I'm showing you that we're watching that
Oh
together.
gosh.
Well, the funny thing about Troll 2, it should be worth mentioning that it wasn't really a sequel. Like, there was a movie called Troll, but Troll 2 was supposed to be like a separate movie.
Yeah, well,
And then yeah.
the
No,
original Troll was released in like the 1930s, if I remember correctly.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, the director of Troll 2, he has an alias. It's like an American name, but he's really an Italian guy. You know, like all the greatest directors, he's Italian, of course.
Yes.
And he directed the movie. I think he co-wrote it too or something. But there's a fascinating story behind how that movie even exists somewhere. I think they actually made a documentary on the entire movie too.
Really, they made a documentary about a really bad movie.
Oh yeah, what was it?
Oh, best worst movie, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, the kid who played the kid in the movie, he grew up and actually directed the documentary on it.
Oh my gosh, that is
Okay, that I
amazing.
didn't know about, but it's not too surprising when you think about it.
Huh. You know, in a sense, it is right. You know, if you worked on a production that you eventually want to turn it into a documentary, I could totally see that happening. But now I'm like, seriously, I like really have to see this movie now because I feel so left out.
Let's see. I think it's doable that you can also find it on IMDb because this movie's like pirated everywhere.
Oh, dude, if go to IMDb, read the reviews for Troll 2. It's a laugh.
Like we already know that the
Okay.
movie is terrible, but it it has its own charm, its own bizarre charm.
You know, speaking of bad movies that are incredibly entertaining, did you happen to see Jupiter Ascending, Golden?
Jupiter Ascending?
Yeah.
That I have not seen.
Ah.
I don't even know what it is.
Well, I'll try and break it down for you. Um, okay, so it's a more recent film. It came out in the last few years. So it's from the Wachowski brothers, the guys who did The Matrix and Cloud Atlas,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a movie about something.
Is it about
Uh,
Jupiter?
there's some Jupiter in there. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the general plot of the movie is that there's a girl born on Earth, and she's part of this alien dynasty, this bloodline of these absolute madmen, and she's supposed to inherit like some sort of kingdom, but I guess her blood brothers are like, no, you can't do that. Okay, sounds simple enough, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It suffers from a little thing we like to call Batman v Superman syndrome, which is the movie has like zero focus, but it has all these absolutely stunning visuals, and it's like throwing it at you all day, every day. Like, there's at least 30 action sequences in that movie alone.
Wow.
There's so much action, and there's like just visual pornography all over the place. But it's all held together with like nothing. And the dialogue is one of the best parts because it's like retarded beyond belief. It's like,
Wow.
it's like so it's like someone who didn't know what they were doing wrote it. Wachowski brothers, what have you become?
I was surprised because I like the Wachowski brothers. I like the Matrix, despite everyone giving it crap too.
It's funny because I do like Jupiter Ascending. It's an interesting movie, but it's like it's dumb.
Just straight up stuff.
So I'm guessing that it's just a bad movie I like to watch, like a guilty pleasure, or
I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure because Yeah, at the end of the day, I know that it's not good, and I like it, and it's not really something that I'm like ashamed of. So I'm like,
I have a
whatever.
guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure pisses off Dakota all the time.
Is it
Uh,
Nickelback?
No, it's not Nickelback.
oh, you mean that lead singer who sounds constipated?
Oh man, but I want you to look at
No,
this photograph.
well,
Every time
part
I
of
do,
it,
it makes
okay.
me laugh.
Nickelback is one of them, but I'm talking about a movie, a comedy that I loved since my childhood, and I still
Oh
love it today.
no.
Yeah. See, I already got him.
What was
It's
it?
the Master of Disguise.
I've heard a lot about that movie. I haven't seen it, but I am aware of its 2% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The only thing I remember is him disguising himself as a quote-unquote turtle.
Yes, everyone remembers that, the turtle.
Okay, if I'm gonna be honest, if there's a scene in that movie that makes me laugh for all the wrong reasons, it's when he bites that dude's nose off, and I was like, my jaw kind of dropped to the ground, and then he spit it back out, and then I fell off the couch.
See, that's why I love that movie so much. It's so bad, it got to the point of ridiculous. Yet I know that's not the worst movie I've seen. I don't know. To be honest, I don't watch bad movies on purpose, like you do, Dakota.
Oh
Um,
no.
I'm
no,
kind of like in between.
no, I don't really watch bad movies on purpose. Usually, if I like a bad movie, it's because I genuinely like the movie, which, Master of Disguise actually follows. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's fucking genius. So obviously, the problem is me. But I think the baddest movie I've seen, personally, I think it would have to be Sharknado. I haven't even bothered with two and three.
It's funny you actually mentioned that because so Cinema Snob was doing a little bit. He was doing one of his midnight screenings videos, and he had one of his friends with him. I can't remember his name, but he was actually an extra on Sharknado 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, cool.
And his friend talked about like the whole production process and all the crew and stuff. And apparently, the people he worked with are actually like everyone working there was actually very, very self-aware of the whole movie being just ridiculous, which I guess kind of adds to the fun because the movie knows what it is. You can so tell just by looking at it. I mean, there's a
Oh
scene where
yeah.
the guy in question runs out at a shark with a trident. A trident. His weapon of choice was a trident. I what even? But it's,
Oh
it's like
man.
shit like that. I mean, I've only seen parts of Sharknado 1. I have not seen the full movie. I kind of want to now after hearing so much about it being just hilarious and terrible.
Uh,
Oh man. So what's the worst movie you've seen, Golden?
um, like I could separate this into like two different categories. There's like one movie that I know it's really bad and it's so stupidly funny. I don't know if I would want to look back at it again. And then there's that other movie that just like got me so blood boiled and angry.
Okay, I want to
So,
know. I want to know the blood boiling one first.
okay, this is something. Okay, most people's like most hated movies are disaster movie, or it's one of those mainstream releases that you know it's bad when you go to walk
Oh,
into
I
it.
hate those.
They're
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
like Jason Freeberg and Aaron Seltzer, like those guys are awful when it comes to comedy. Like there's laughing at a movie that's bad, and then there's failing to laugh at a movie and such. Like I completely get that, but you already know what's coming. But my most hated movie is actually a Disney movie, and most people think it's either like completely out of it's like right out of nowhere, or they just disagree with me. And I could just go on a complete ramble about it, but I don't want to sound too much of a jerk. If you guys like the movie, that's fine. But I hated this movie so much because the movie is Chicken Little. I hated that movie so badly. Yeah, because ever since then, Disney tried to go to a 3D animation, completely abandoning 2D. Most people take their blame on Home on the Range. At least that one had somewhat of a plot. There is like no story in Chicken Little. Like most people say it's about the alien invasion, but that doesn't happen until the second half. So most of the movie doesn't make sense. The character names are so lazy. Like you have a character named Fish Out of Water, another named Runt Out of Litter. It's that lazy. The animation doesn't feel like, I know that I wouldn't compare it to Pixar quality, but Disney is known to be high budget, and it just feels like it's stop motion when I look at the animation. And just like everything it went for, it just like, it had this direction to Disney that I did not like until I think it was around like the late 2000s when they did Bolt and the Princess and the Frog. But until then, I was just so angry that they did that. They abandoned a beloved genre, and they tried to bring it back, and it's been a struggle for years. Because the thing is, 2D animation is something that a lot of people like, and it's become a huge debate over many years where they want to see 2D animation back again. Some people say it's not dead yet. Others say that it is dead. They wish it were back. It's a mess. And
It is.
yeah. Like I just feel like completely like scatterbrained, like trying to sum up like what irritates me a lot about the movie, because there is so much that I just really hate about the film. Like it tries to be hip and cool and modern to the audience when Disney was good on its own. It was made for the wrong reasons, I should also mention, because the movie was made to debate between Pixar and Disney itself of whether or not they would go solo. And it's just the movie was made for the wrong reasons and just shifted into a direction that I like. I'm trying not to like ramble too badly because I have a nasty grudge on that movie so much. And then there's the one movie that it's bad, it's funny to laugh at, and I also have a guilty pleasure along with. It was called Birdemic. I'm sure you guys know what that movie is. It's like
Do I
yes,
know about Birdemic?
everyone knows Birdemic at this point. Like the
Yeah.
footage looks like it was filmed from a cheap camcorder. You have these 3D effects that are just slapped on the screen. You have these scenes where these guys are trying to hit the birds with a hook or a crowbar or what is it called? A hanger. There we go. A clothing hanger, and it's just like you can easily tell they're just hitting hot air. They're just hitting nothing but air, and it's just you would have to see it in order to like believe it. It isn't even started until like halfway in the movie where we see these deadly birds come flying in. And that's a movie that I know that it's bad and it's funny to laugh at, but it's like a movie I wouldn't even want to like come back to anytime soon. And then you have the one guilty pleasure movie that it's bad, but you enjoy watching it because of how stupid it is. And that is Battlefield Earth.
I actually haven't seen that one.
Okay, Battlefield Earth, like
That was a more recent one, right? Or is that?
Actually, no, they came out in 2000. It starred John Travolta as
Yep. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, it caused a lot of neck sores because of the footage. Like everything was tilted, every shot it was tilted to get this like comic book effect. There's a lot of nasty colors of like vague blue, vague green. You have the costume designs, which are ridiculous. You have those little nozzles that they attach to their noses like it's a breathing mask or something.
No,
And go ahead.
That movie looks like straight diarrhea. And John Travolta gave an amazing performance.
While
he
you're
was
still learning how to
hysterical.
spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies.
To spell your name.
He's acting incredibly Shakespearean in a science fiction movie that takes place at least 1,000 years in the future. And it's so out of place, but you can't help but laugh. It has this unusual charm about it that that's a movie that I would actually recommend, despite how bad it is. Like, it has a 2% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's like, it is bad, but you have to see it to know how bad it is.
I don't know. I'm curious now. Now I'm curious. I want.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's worth it. Like, you will laugh your ass off. Like, even in the first 5 minutes, you have the main character who's played by what's his name, Barry Pepper. I forgot what the dude's name was, and he just like he gets angry because his dad was gone. It's like we're supposed to have feelings for him, and we're not even like 5 minutes in. He's just like ah, and that's it. The movie is an utter mess.
Yeah, that was another thing about that movie that was funny. It was just like all the main characters were like god awful and horrible, and like the best part of it was John Travolta hamming it up as like fucking Prince Xenu or whatever.
It's amazing. Yeah, yeah, I would recommend it. You're probably gonna get a laugh or two out of it, and
All right, I definitely will. Thank you for that. How about we go
yeah.
to the opposite side of this? Let's go to the opposite side of the spectrum and let's talk about the movies we actually really love.
hmm
Um, uh, you know, you guys know me. If you don't know me already, I don't have really favorites or favoritism because, you know, I don't want to become biased toward anyone. But recently, I was thinking about it, and and I came up with like, I think 5 top movies that I came up with. I'm just gonna say one of my favorites. Actually, let's do this in categories. To be honest, let's have a little last round. The first movie that pops in your head. All right. Everyone's gonna name the first movie that pops in your head. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, favorite, or non-favorite. You guys accept my challenge?
Perhaps.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. All right. First movie that pops in your head. Comedy.
Comedy. I don't think too much about comedy.
I know, right?
Like there are comedies I do enjoy. It's not the biggest ones that come into my head. But
The first. Oh
go
God, the
ahead.
first one that popped in my mind was Jack and Jill.
Quality. Quality.
um. Okay. Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
I thought
that's a good one.
I thought
That's yes, that
Ghostbusters.
was
And you thought
classic
Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters.
The original, not
The
no.
original
Okay.
Ghostbusters. I could go on about the new Ghostbusters, but let's stick to
No,
the original.
let's not talk about the new one, please.
Yes.
That's for another
Um.
topic. We could fill up an entire stream alone with that topic. Holy
No,
crap.
the original Ghostbusters, like, I respect it as a comedy, but I also respect it as something more than that. Like, people say it's a horror comedy. I can agree with that. It's a thing of its own. I think it's more like individual, not
It,
indie movie, but something that's creative on its own that would be considered a classic.
it, in some ways, the original Ghostbusters kind of reminds me of like the original, like the Evil Dead.
Hmm.
Yes. Oh God, Evil Dead. I would have said Evil Dead 2 is a comedy, but I still classify that as a horror.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
hmm
Yeah,
All right. All right, cool. So let's see. Sorry. Wait, what was yours, Dakota?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. That's right. So Ghostbusters, Dumb and Dumber, and Jack and Jill. Okay, 100 points obviously goes to GoldenFox for the best answer in that one. I don't know why I thought Jack and Jill. My God, that movie. All right, next category and action.
Action. Um,
Dread.
Matrix.
Dread. Damn it. What's wrong with my brain today? First action that popped in my head was Superman v Batman.
Good God, man, what's wrong with you today?
I don't know.
I think I've infected him with garbage.
Yes, you have. Dude, garbage hurts. I have garbage syndrome.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So-
It can only be cured by making dramatic readings of bad fan fiction.
No, if you donate at least $15 a month, and then you'll get a care pack and a picture of the victim you are helping change their lives. Holy crap. Please send help to WatchPony, who is infected with trash.
That's the part where we plug your Patreon.
Okay, I see that. I see that the chat has they've been mostly saying Deadpool. I don't blame them. Deadpool is awesome, but again, I think it's like its own category. It's like a comedy, but it's an action. And yes,
But
it is dark in many areas.
But it's also like it's a romantic action comedy.
Yes, best romantic movie I've seen up to date.
That's the category I was about to do next. Real quick,
Oh,
now, before you guys think about it, romance.
I'm sorry.
Romance.
Oh,
The
for
Room.
romance?
The
Ah.
Oh man, for me, romance, first one that popped in my head was Her. Oh, yeah.
Also would have accepted answers Carrie and The Thing.
Sorry. Mimi Rainbow, I noticed you, Senpai. Senpai has noticed you. All right. Golden, did you get one yet?
For romance?
Yeah, for romance.
Well, I'd say Deadpool, but at this point, no.
Well, hey, if that one was the first one that popped in your head, that's the one that goes in.
Okay.
So let's see. Deadpool, Her, and The Room. I'm going to have to give it to Dakota for this one. 100 points for him. He got romance. And I'm going to have to give GoldenFox The Matrix for action. So 100 points for Golden.
I said that. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
You betrayed
see.
me, fucker.
Okay, next category. Superhero.
Super what?
Superhero.
Superhero.
Oh, superheroes. Avengers.
Avengers.
I immediately thought Batman and Robin.
Oh! God, and you think WatchPony is affected? Oh my God.
I love that movie. It's so bad.
No, I get you. I get you. Like, most people say that it's so bad you don't want to watch it, but it really has that stupid campiness of Battlefield Earth. So it's like, yeah.
George Clooney, you had me at Bat Credit Card.
700. Never leave the camp without it.
Oh, crap. No,
So
Dakota, you win that one.
I can't tell if that was a product placement or if he was just being stupid.
It was probably just being stupid.
Ouija Slayer, Senpai has noticed you. Okay, so anyway, yeah, the first one I thought of was frickin' Iron Man, but dude, you take the cake for that one, Dakota. 150 points for that. Holy crap.
Freeze you later, bird boy.
Frickin' Arnold. Oh, God. Ooh, that's a good one. Movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm sorry. Schwarzenegger. Okay.
Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fuck, I can't say his name.
Schwarzenegger.
Man, if I had to pick my favorite Arnold movie, I think I gotta say Running Man.
Running Man.
For me, the first one popped in my head was Terminator Genesis, the new one.
Oh. No, it was T2 for me.
It was T2? All right.
Yeah.
Well, we got to award the classics. Golden wins that one. T2, that's Arnold the movie right there, straight up.
Although if I can If I can recommend a movie, though, The Running Man is a very awesome 80s action movie. Everyone
Which
should
eight?
watch it.
I'll have to take a look at that.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, next category. You guys ready?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
All right, next category. Horror.
Horror.
Ooh. That's
A
a
Nightmare on
good.
Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I was thinking of Annabelle, the doll.
I thought The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. Ooh. Damn, these are all good. Except,
Oh,
I don't know, except really Annabelle. You know, Annabelle was good, but it's not a classic like, Nightmare or like Exorcist. Hmm. But I didn't get any points yet, so I'm gonna give those to me. I'm sorry, when it comes to horror, you truly cannot beat the classics. I mean, what kind of new modern day horror movie has competed with the classics like Nightmare, Friday the 13th, and, freaking Exorcist?
I meant the 84 version of Nightmare on Elm Street, not that 2010 garbage.
Oh, yeah, no. The original Nightmare on Elm Street's great.
Exactly. These modern day horror movies, they don't compare.
That was in the 84 version.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
what
heard,
Yeah.
I actually heard that there's an. Have
Yeah,
you
I
heard,
think
have
I
you heard of The Conjuring?
2010 version.
Oh,
God,
The
no.
Conjuring. Yeah, I heard that one was pretty good.
Yeah, then there was also Crimson Peak, which I heard was pretty good.
I haven't seen Crimson Peak, to be honest. And I
Oh, is
totally
that the movie
forgot
where those
about
two
it.
guys are on the chase, and it's got Pierce Bronson and Liam Neeson? Or am I mistaking that for something else?
I think Crimson Peak
No.
was. It was
Okay, I got them mixed up. I'm sorry.
yeah, Crimson Peak was that Guillermo del Toro horror film.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. That's the one thing I do like that he does. He does horror well. He really does.
Some of his stuff, it's like hard for me to classify as horror. Like
Well, he does, yeah, like he does do horror exclusively, but whenever he does do a movie, it's usually at a scary tone. One of my favorites by Guillermo is Mama, and another good one was Pan's Labyrinth. And both of those are like horror, but they're also like feel-good movies. They like tell a story.
Pan's Labyrinth is like easily one of my favorite movies of all time. Like I don't think of it as a horror, like unless you just watch the child pale-eating child monster thing. But no, that's just a movie that's just like again a thing of its own, and you watch it and it's just one of those feel movies. I was about to say episode right there.
Yeah, that's why it's not technically horror, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
it's yeah. I was gonna think Pan's Labyrinth. One of the things I always thought was interesting about Pan's Labyrinth, it's like the stuff inside the maze is like, well, in the labyrinth, I guess. It seems a lot less scary compared to the stuff outside.
Yeah.
It's like because the movie takes place in fascist Italy. If you don't know anything from the time of World War II during Italy, it wasn't exactly great.
Yeah.
Although, oh my god, I recently watched a documentary about World War II, and there's a part in it where they talked about Mussolini. He was a cartoon character of a person. Like, watching some of his speeches, he's amazing to watch. He's just fucking hilarious. Like, every hand movement is, like, over-exaggerated. He's not like Hitler, where it actually works. For him, it makes him look like an idiot.
Oh, that's funny.
Flailing around on a balcony. Glorious.
All right. Yeah, so wait. Oh yeah, we were waiting for the next category. Okay, wait, not done with me. Okay. Starting to run out of genres here. All right, next one, sci-fi.
Star Wars.
Damn it, you took mine. I think like everyone's first sci-fi that comes to mind would have to be Star Wars, to be honest.
Well,
Actually,
yeah,
when you said sci-fi, I actually thought The Fifth Element.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
I thought for sure you would have said Star Wars too.
I love Star Wars, but when I think of sci-fi, it's not actually the first thing that comes to mind.
Interesting. I learned something new. What was the? Oh, I'm still thinking. Fuck. Star Trek, I guess.
Which one though?
It would have to be the classics because these new ones, I never really caught my attention.
Okay, but see, do you like Star Trek 5?
I
Star Trek 5, The Quest for More Money.
Oh, you always gotta find the darkest corners of anything, aren't you?
Oh, dude, don't let me talk about Nemesis.
I also suppose you would talk about, what is it, the Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones whenever it comes to Star Wars.
Hey, I'm just saying, I like the Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars, but I know that they are not very good movies. I also do think that
dude.
child Anakin is the most obnoxious thing to ever exist.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, in comparison, I'd rather prefer him than Anakin in Episode 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
God, he was so insufferable during Episode 2.
Let him serenade you with stories of sand and how coarse it is.
Or how he's whining about how it's Obi-Wan's fault about his mother's death. Like, I get that his mother is dead, but the way he goes about it, he acts like a child who got an iPhone 4 instead of an iPhone 5 for his birthday.
Yeah, he's
Actually the perfect summary.
Yeah, the best part about episode 2 was the TV series that came after it.
The TV series I haven't watched. I've only seen the movies.
Okay, okay, I'm being 100% serious right now. If you have not seen the Clone Wars animated series, you are doing yourself a disservice.
All right.
It's easily one of the best Star Wars things to come out since episode 4 or episode 5.
You mean Empire Strikes Back, or
No, just like in like as a whole of Star Wars.
Mm.
It's an incredible series. It's like 6 seasons long. Watch it.
I like what one of the commenters said. I don't get the hate of the prequels. I love Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith, I'll take over the other 2 prequels.
Oh, I love Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite.
Yeah, like, it's funny. It's worth mentioning that a lot of people said that Anakin was whiny during that one. Personally, I think that he had legit reasons for why he was acting the way he was, because he was always fearing of losing Padme and then losing his potential family and everything. Like, obviously, you have something that you like. He has something worth like living life for or living for and such. And to see him lose that, as well as, getting yourself completely burned alive in a volcano planet and a bunch of other crap, I just think that all the more puts more weight on him than, let's tell me what's fault. Yeah. So I just so what else about Revenge of the Sith? Like, I know the movie's stupid. Like, it's stupid in a lot of areas.
Oh yeah, it definitely has some stupid moments, like General Bone to Pick Grievance.
Like, he was a thing. Like, he was just there.
He was there to drive the plot to where it needed to be.
Yeah. Like, he's an interesting character where he collects lightsabers and he just goes into these battles and such. But it was like he was there for like just a short time until he had those internal organs blasted away. That felt. I think he deserved a better death than being shot in the chest by Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that was a pretty cheap out. Not even a cheap out. That was just like bad writing. Like, really, you're gonna kill the villain by just shooting him like a few times? Really?
And it's funny how he like explodes. Like, he gets shot in the chest, and he's like fidgeting around multiple times, like that ninja from Metal Gear Solid, and then like the rest of his body explodes.
It's like the fire within escapes, and then he fucking just goes ballistic, and then he dies.
And for
It's
whatever
okay.
reason, people are bringing up Dragon Force.
Dude, Dragon Force is baller. I actually recently started listening to them again.
Yeah, it's a funny story about that one.
Yeah, Dragon Force, it's more of a hit and miss for me. Like, I can enjoy their music, but it's also annoying that they use the same beat or the same fast-paced tempo all the time.
Yeah,
Like you listen to one Dragon Force, you heard them all.
it's kind of the same, maybe the same hang up that like Disturbed might have, because they have the same, like, a lot of their lyrical styles are very similar.
Yeah, Disturbed, they have a lot of their style is like it's always been the same thing throughout like every album, but I had no problem with it. It's like their signature thing of what made them, Disturbed. It is nice to see that they take on something a little different. Like, for instance, their recent album, I think it's called Immortalized. They did a
Yep.
cover of what is it called, The Sound of Silence.
Yeah, it's a very, very, different sound for them. It's
Oh yeah, and like I think it's also one of the more it's one of the better examples of how you can respectfully do a cover song.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite tracks from that album.
Oh yeah.
it's it is kind of funny that I remember the first time I listened to all the way through the album, and I got to the very end and I saw The Sound of Silence. I'm like, is that the song that I'm thinking it is? And I listened to it. I'm like, I was not expecting that.
Oh boy, someone in the comments, TrickyVic17 said the only British band I like is the Rolling Stones. We
Get
are
out.
so glad him is not here.
Here, I'll name off all the British bands that I like that I can remember off the top of my head. Let's see.
Oh,
There's
go for it.
Well, we'll get the obligatory ones out of the way. So there's the Beatles.
Of
Yep.
course.
There's the Who,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
the Rolling Stones, Dream Theater, Dragon Force,
Mhm.
the
Iron
Doors.
Maiden.
Those, yes.
Wait, The Doors is British?
Yeah.
There's parts British in there. Although I'm pretty sure the founding member was American, but a lot of the members later down the line ended up, yes. Speaking of yes.
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 Oh God.
Uh,
If I was gonna name like some of my top 10 albums, I think Fragile would have to be in there.
Yes. Yes, I would.
nice.
Either that or
Uh,
what is it called? 90215.
Yeah.
You can never get
What?
Owner of a Lonely Heart out of my head.
Salt and Pepper, Sonic Youth, Aphrodite's Child. What else? The Killers. That's good. Muse. Muse is good. What else?
The Killers are a British band.
The Killers. I thought the Killers were a British band.
If they are, I'm actually kind of surprised.
Didn't they form in Vegas?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I just listened to the Killers, but I never do any research on them. But last I heard is that they were a British pop band.
No, they're
British rock.
American rock band formed in Vegas. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Never mind then. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, I think we spent enough time on that topic for now. One thing is for sure, man. You are an expert in a lot of categories. Not only in good movies, but you're apparently great at bad movies too. At Star Wars, an expert in music. Dude, you really got you got a whole arsenal of discussion right here at your will. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You actually, yeah, and in fact, I'm going to give you an extra courtesy 20 points for keeping Dakota in a conversation where he didn't have to bring up any dick jokes whatsoever. So 20 points.
Oh my God! Do you just encourage them right now?
the funny thing is that when I talk about music, it's something that I really do get very serious about because, you know,
Yeah, he
I love
actually
to talk.
gets.
I love talking about music. It's one of my favorite things to talk about.
I know. I wish we could have talked about more like the Beatles with Keyframe, because I'm a huge Beatles fan too. Hey,
The
wait.
Beatles.
Yeah. Oh, but we can't delve into the Beatles. We have to move on. But quick question though, before we move on, have you guys seen the Beatles' Love? Specifically, you, Golden Fox, and or
No, I
Keyframe.
haven't. In fact, I haven't seen any of the movies that the Beatles were in, like Help and Yellow Submarine. I haven't seen them yet.
Don't
Oh my
worry,
god!
Oh,
boys. I'll
well,
let you
Please,
read the
please
script.
watch Yellow Submarine. That movie is fucking weird.
Oh, I'm sure it's weird. I've already seen a few clips. I think it was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and no, I already know that it's gonna be weird looking, but that's kind of its own charm. Um, but I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen Help or Magical Mystery Tour,
For Hard Day's Night.
Hard Day's Night. Yeah.
That's the inexcusable one
what
right
about
Keyframe,
that new?
stop coaching him.
What about the that movie tribute to the Beatles, Across the Universe?
I haven't seen that yet.
That one I actually really liked. I liked it very much,
I've
despite them,
heard,
like covering the songs.
yeah, I did hear just just kind of negative reviews, but I didn't think too much about it. Like I've had somewhat of a curiosity because across the universe.
now. It's in
What'd she say? What did she
She
say?
said that it's an interesting movie.
Okay, good. That's the best I've heard so far. Sorry, I have a tendency for liking bad things, or at least things that people don't like.
See,
All right.
we have a word for that. It's called a hipster.
I'm not a freaking hipster. And then this is Dakota's part where he says that's totally what a hipster would say.
It
I
is.
suppose
But but what I meant by the Beatles Love is that the Beatles Love is actually a live show in Las Vegas at the
Yeah,
Mirage Hotel.
yeah, that I'm fully aware of. I haven't seen it yet though. In fact, I haven't seen any musical. Although there is a certain musical that's what is it, 14 Tony Awards?
It was
14?
nominated for 16
Okay,
and
nominated for
and won
16
11.
and 111. Okay, it was called Hamilton.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll have to do research on that. But anyway, The Beatles' Love is actually not so much a musical either.
Right.
However, it is by Cirque du Soleil, which actually is one of my idols when it comes to entertainment or specifically live performance. And so I highly recommend it. Some people say the tickets are overpriced, but if you ever go to Vegas, and this applies to Keyframe as well, do yourself a favor as Beatles fans. You must attend that show. You must go to their gift shop, and you must drink at the Revolution Lounge. That is the ultimate Beatles experience right there, and you will enjoy it thoroughly. If you do not like it, I will easily compensate for your efforts.
With a punch. How
Yes,
dare you
that's
not
how.
like this, sir?
I know.
How dare you not like
Uh,
this? We will settle it with fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. Well, man, it's like you guys are in charge of my life right now. Which brings us to the actual main event. Since there's no episode review and there's no video review, for the last 30 minutes, we're going to try this new game that Red discovered. It's called Everyone is John. However, we're going to tweak it a bit, and it's going to be called Everyone is WatchPony. So basically, this is a role-playing game for 3 or more people. And basically, it's going to be the main character, John. It's going to be about John having voices in his head. So I'll be taking the role as John, and Golden and Dakota, and maybe even the comments section, if you guys want to get involved, are actually all going to be the voices in my head, controlling my skills, controlling what I do today, and my overall things, I guess, that I do on an average everyday life.
Okay,
So
so how we're
basically,
gonna
I'm your guys.
Okay, so how we're gonna kick this off is let's see here. All right, Golden. So what I want you to do is I want you to send me a personal message on Skype, and then with like your skills and your obsession, and then WatchPony, you do the same thing.
Let me see if I can
Okay.
find you. Okay.
It's gonna
Right.
be private.
And Red,
Yeah,
check your Facebook chat. I put up a new picture for you guys to use as the background.
copy.
Hmm.
Let's see what we got. Oh, my monitor turned off.
Pro, real pro. Quality, quality.
10 out of 10 quality. Cool. Oh God.
Uh,
Could have fucking sworn that was a banana. Don't ask me
That's a
why.
quote. That's a quote. I could swear that was a banana. That is a quote. I'm gonna write that down. That could be used for a script one day.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of two skills.
Okay. So speaking of, I guess while we're just kind of sitting here, not really doing much. Oh, for the love of God, could this fucking work? My taskbar is locking and it will not move out of the way.
oh God. You probably have a lot of programs running.
I do. This is true. It is known, Khaleesi. Oh, dude, speaking of Khaleesi. Okay. I assume at least someone here watches Game of Thrones, right?
Season 1. Finished season 1. Not in season 2 yet.
Well, hold on.
But I don't mind spoilers.
Yo, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah, I just haven't got to watching it.
Huh.
It took a long while for you to answer that question. Were you like afraid everyone was gonna get mad?
Actually, it wasn't the first time I mentioned that. I did that in a review somewhere. Yeah, because there was a reference to Game of Thrones in the episode. I'm like, okay, people are making a big fuss about that. Why?
It's because it's Game of Thrones. Anything related to that is going to create a fuss. Okay, so we got our skills and occupations or obsessions.
Let's get the new picture up real quick.
Oh no, me being the watch phone, just watching everything. Brony has prevented me from watching TV.
Oh man. Hold on, there's something weird going on with Skype. The hell is happening?
If you can't put up the pictures, don't worry, it's all good.
No, like the audio coming through Skype right now sounds like proper ass.
Sounds
Holy
like
crap.
what? Oh wow. Oh look, there's my OC.
Oh, there we go. Who made that vector for you, OC, to be honest?
I actually did that.
Oh, that was you? So you draw
Yes.
too?
Um,
Frickin' A!
I work with whatever resource I have, and yes, I've made some vector pony vectors. In fact, I've been doing some commissions where I create puppet designs for anybody who wants to start on like any analyst material, or they could also use it for let's say a comic or something.
Wow.
But yeah, I started doing that earlier this year. I've opened up a new batch, and I still have yet to work on some of them. Some people are already asking me what OCs they want and such.
Can you do my OC? Can you do mine?
I'm
I
sorry.
want mine to look like. Sorry, I'm just mocking the general. The general wants. Wow. So
Okay.
you and Keyframe both are artists. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
She's
Isn't it
more
a
of the artist.
crazy?
I'm just more of the designer.
Ain't that a crazy coincidence though that you're both orangey red?
Yeah, it kind of is.
And you know what's a crazier coincidence is that red is also red. This is a completely red cast right now. I'm the only white pony in this thing, I guess.
It's not white. It's alabaster.
Okay, Alabaster, forgive me. Minus 10 points for using the wrong color name. Holy crap.
All
And
right.
freaking Dakota, 10 points goes to him for correcting me. He is right. It is Alabaster. It's not white. So anyway, let's carry on with the game, shall we?
All right.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Just 1 second. Okay. So. Okay. So. Maybe I don't think I was specific enough. So. Hold on. So. Okay. So Golden, your first skill. Okay. So skills are like anything like something that you can do well, like, and it could be an object that you carry on you as well, like one of your skills could be like you have a skateboard, or you have a very heavy book, or a screwdriver, or you're a handyman. So it's like
Oh, okay.
so it's like two skills that your voice is capable of doing, and then your obsession is something that like your goal, like something that you want to complete multiple times. So
Okay.
it's like an obsession could be something like yelling from the highest rooftop, "It is hip to fuck bees," etc. Or like the example in the document, which was blowing up a building.
Um.
And then WatchPony on your end, you got the two skills down, but your obsession
Yeah.
was like a little too vague.
Okay,
Like,
there we go. I made a new obsession.
oh, that's a 3-pointer.
That's a what?
That's a 3-pointer.
All right, 3 points for me. But only
Well,
3 points? Cheap ass. My God.
well, you got to complete the goal to get the points, bro.
Okay, then. So let's begin.
Wait, I still need Golden skills and his obsession.
um.
Everybody in the comment section, what should we use as obsessions besides ponies? Because we're all obviously obsessed with ponies in real life.
Yeah. I could use some assistance.
I guess like a skill, like it can be like literally anything you want, as long as it can be like an action or
The
something that you
medic
can
is here!
accomplish.
Oktoberfest! I am fully charged.
Like
Oh,
like
what
when
happened?
We're playing a game called Everyone is John, and I have no idea how to play it.
Well, what's your name? What's your real name?
Brett.
No, your name is John. I win the game.
Here, I sent you the
Holy
document
crap.
again. Oh man.
All right. All right, let's do it.
Ebony wrote clop. Or bananas. You're obsessed with bananas.
Hey Ebony, how much would I have to pay you for you to draw Clop?
Oh my God. Don't freaking commission him.
Leave
to
that
clop,
out.
please. Obsessed with TF2. Okay, there's one. See, there's a good one.
His obsession will be playing Team Fortress 2.
Yes, his obsession will be to beat TF2. Everyone online. Be like the best medic
no,
in the
it
world.
has to be something like
No, you're
doable.
doable. Okay. Your ability is Lloyd Brown says your ability is throwing bananas.
Yeah, actually, one of your skills could be throwing things.
Okay.
Ooh, coin collecting. Like collecting every state quarter. Would that be an
I like it.
obsession?
And that's one of your
Collecting
skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
For obsessions, let's see.
coin collecting is an obsession. What else?
Oh my god.
How about how about oh no, never mind. Sorry. Bad thought, bad thought.
Oh, dude, you got it. It's so good.
Holy
You,
crap.
you have the right idea.
Okay. Are we
All
all
right.
set?
Yes,
Yep.
we are all set. So
Lucy
without
Pony
further ado,
Sunset is lost.
okay. So how we're gonna work the rolling system or the betting? So in the chat here, I'm going to have each of you. So I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, and then you're each gonna put in a number of willpower. And remember, you start with 10, and you can bet however much you want to take control of the watch pony. All right.
Okay.
So I will start us off with a setting. All right. Watch pony awakens. His eyes creak open as he lifts off of the concrete that he is laying on. He's in an alleyway somewhere in Boston. He doesn't know where he is exactly. The smell of garbage faintly tinges his nose as he looks up and finds himself behind a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant. And now we will roll to see who will take control of the character. So, each of you input a number into the Skype. Oh no, not there. You got to put it like in the group one.
Oh, the group one. Okay.
It's like each of you on 3, 2, 1, and now go.
Oh crap. I'm doing it on mobile. Hey, is it gonna work? Oh wait, yeah, it'll work. There. Did it work?
Yep. All right.
Sweet.
And then golden.
Um,
So now we wager an amount of your willpower, which is basically like the currency you use to take control of John.
So we only have 10, and you can wager as much as you want, as long as it's not 10.
And whoever has the highest number obviously takes control.
okay.
All right. So Golden wagers 2. So Golden will now take control of Watch Pony.
Okay.
All right. And what is the voice in his head? What's his name? What is your name?
What am I supposed to say?
Just give your voice a name. It can be anything you want.
Okay. Darth Vader.
All right.
Oh, I never imagined having Darth Vader talking to me in my head before.
All right. All right, Golden
So
Fox.
Darth,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good.
Okay, Darth Vader.
Okay.
So you have your setting. You're in an alleyway behind a Chinese restaurant. You smell of garbage. What is your next move?
Let's see. Look around carefully, making sure that there are no thugs around. Explore and see what kind of place it is outside of the restaurant, whether it's a town or a city.
What are you guys discussing?
We're making up a random story.
Well, okay. Here's a good story.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna put you on speaker.
for a
Here's-
random voice, he sounds very rational and very actually useful. I should listen to my voices in my head more often.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
It's-
should. Oh yeah, and you should. One of the things is if you need me to describe an area, just say the word and I can give you a description.
The islands of Dubai.
The islands of Dubai.
Correction, we are already in a seedy alley behind a Chinese restaurant in Boston.
Which is on the islands of Dubai.
Holy crap! Keyframe should be the god in this game.
Well, okay. Well, if we're in Boston, then we need to have one very, very annoying New Yorker who's up there for the changing of the leaves. So radiating around you while you're in this seedy alley, there is just the noises of, "Hey, yo, Martha, look at the leaves. Let's go see if they have any chowder." That's all they have here, right? Oh, look
Why
at
would
that.
leaves have chowder?
I don't, because everyone thinks Boston. People only ever go up to New England to look at the leaves change, and then to go to a Red Sox game, and then subsequently insult the Red Sox, then go to a Patriots game, subsequently insult the Patriots, and then go home.
God damn it, Keyframe! 20 points.
Go back to headphones, dearie. I'm done talking.
All right.
Man, how does Keyframe do it? She ends up in every project, I swear. Whew. I swear, man, you got yourself a good one, I swear.
I am going to take over this channel one day.
Don't think I'm not watching you, okay? Because I am watching you. It's my job.
Never know.
They said they're not watching you.
That's their
No, I
problem.
am watching
In
you.
fact, they aren't.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So anyway, could carry on. What else did I do in Boston? Besides
Okay.
look around and check the dogs.
So you walked out around the front of the restaurant. You wanted to take a look at the place to see where you were. Continue from there.
Okay. He gets a little hungry, so he goes to check his pockets and realizes he has no money.
All right.
So he needs to find a way to earn some money. He can't even afford to have a bus that can take him home.
And he finds 5 really rich gay guys.
Oh no!
Hey, Rod, if you want to go there, we can.
Oh God, please, Joe.
No, let's not go there.
Because Grade A Under A would get that reference.
Let's see. So he walks in the restaurant and sees that there's a post saying that they're hiring. But he has no memory of what job experience he's had.
He finds out he's not in a restaurant, he's at a brony convention. And he realizes, wait, I'm Sephisto.
Then he stumbles upon a cosplayer of Trixie, and then he goes completely crazy.
That's how he realizes he's Sephisto.
But little did you know, walking down the street on the opposite end, there's a woman dressed all in purple. She looks at you look across the street. You don't know what to do. She looks back. She doesn't know what to do. You make awkward eye contact. She keeps walking. And then we go back to whatever else we were doing. The purple people.
This sounds like it's gonna go bad.
Well, of course, we're always going to make something up that will, of course, go bad.
Oh man, I'm just bracing for the impact. Okay, keep going.
I don't know where else to go from here.
I will. Here's what you. Okay, so here's what we can do. So you can either, well, I mean, you have an infinite number of options, basically. But what you can do is you can go into the restaurant per se, maybe apply for a job, or you could try and rob the place because you need money.
Oh my god.
Rob some
Well,
restaurants.
you would need something to force the robbery. Like, you would need a weapon.
But you do have a couple of skills that you could maybe use. So, let's go from there.
Okay, so what was it?
So let's say that you let's say that you enter the restaurant through the front door. You look around, you see a couple of workers on their lunch break over on one of the tables on the far right. On the left side, more towards the counter, is the host. He's a gruff old Asian man. He doesn't look very happy to see you. In fact, he doesn't look like he's been happy for the last 20 years. And then you see one of the cooks come out from back. He has a bowl full of apples. He lays it on the table just nearest to you. What do you do?
Take it and run.
You would steal apples of all things.
Oh, but wait. He is now initiated an action, which means I get to roll this fancy little dice right here. Okay, let's see. So, you're committing apple theft. I say you gotta roll a 5 or higher to make it.
Holy crap.
A 5 or higher, huh?
5 or higher on my 6-sided die. So let's see what happens. What happened is that my dice behind my desk
Fell off. It doesn't want to decide the character's fate.
Hold on, I will get that thing back. Oh my god, it's like way the hell down there.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Ugh.
Would never steal apples from a restaurant.
I got it. Alright, redo. So you rolled a 5.
Oh, so I got away with it.
Wow.
Yay.
Okay, so you grab the bowl of apples. You shiftily look around. It doesn't seem like anyone's watching. You bolt out the door and run down the street. As you're running, you see you see the chef who laid the apples out there run outside with a phone. It seems like he's calling the police. What do you do?
What kind of cop would call the police to retrieve apples?
Grab one of the apples and throw it at the guy who's calling the police. Knock him out.
What are these? What are these apples made of gold or something? What the hell?
But see, WatchPony. Golden has a skill for throwing apples.
What? Oh gosh, freaking!
So this should be a very easy roll for him. He has to roll a 3 or higher.
Okay.
So you rolled a 4. So Darth Vader commands WatchPony to throw an apple from the bowl which he has stolen. The apple soars through the air.
Throw the apple. It is your destiny.
The apple strikes the chef square. The apple strikes the chef square in the fucking temple. He's knocked out cold.
Oh my god! Who gets knocked out by a freaking apple?
Well, they are pretty dense fruit.
Okay. Okay, I'm calm. Keep going.
Okay, and just remember, you have an obsession. It is your destiny to fulfill your obsession.
Okay. He continues running, and then he stumbles upon. Let's see. He stumbles upon a bar. He walks in the bar, and he, I don't know, he hides in the bar. He looks around, making sure that nobody's following him after taking the bowl of apples. Unexpectedly, there's a show going on. There's something that drunk guys get crazy about.
Okay, so I'll take it from here.
Okay.
So WatchPony bolted down the street after striking a chef with apples, for he is a madman. He hides out in a bar. He doesn't know what kind of bar it was. He didn't look at the sign before entering. It didn't look very busy from the outside. On the inside, he realizes that it was in fact a titty bar.
Oh my god.
WatchPony doesn't know what to make of this. He seems confused. He walks.
Yes, I am.
The bar is filled with few patrons. There's only 5 people sitting by the stage. There's one girl up on on show for the moment. She's not very great looking. She's like meh, but she does have great dance moves. The bartender seems very disinterested in the whole situation. He's cleaning a glass while listening to 50 Shades of Grey on audio tape. Okay, Golden. Take it from there.
He looks out the window and realizes, oh, no, wait. I gotta think of something around this one. Like, okay, so the bartender is listening to the audio of 50 Shades of Grey, and what else am I missing?
There's a below-average dancer on a pole on the stage, while only 5 people are kind of sitting there half-acidly watching.
Yeah, so it's not catching much of the customer's interest. So he puts down the bowl of apples. Well, of course, after eating one because he was hungry. He decides to partake in debating with this. Who was it again on the stage?
It was the below-average dancer.
Okay. He debates with the dancer, saying that he can pull it off better, and so he does.
What?
Okay. So,
Okay.
what happens? So WatchPony steps onto the stage. He points a finger directly at the dancer. He accuses her of being a complete scrub. He shouts at the top of his lungs, "I can do better than you."
Oh god.
She looks back, shocked, aghast of the accusation that has been levied at her. She knows not what she does. And neither does he, frankly. The WatchPony then goes backstage. There's a series of very large dressers and hangers covered in outfits and costumes. What does he do?
I have linked you guys something that would give you a good hint.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Oh my god,
What?
the fuck was that? That was an
Damn, Daniel.
That was like Call of the Jokerina.
That's the best thing I've seen all day.
When the Joker fucks the arena.
I could go on about this regarding my OC, but this is part of the story, so this is.
What about your OC? The cross-dressing part, or the part of his name being GoldenFox, even though he is not a fox?
Oh, dude, in that picture, he is a golden fox, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, wow. Okay, for giving me something new to. Oh, God. For literally leaving me speechless, Golden, you are getting 2,000 points. Greta, you will also receive 2,000 because somehow you caused this. You guys literally both caused my brain to stop.
Oh, I could go further.
Please don't. Oh. But this artist here, Dragan. There's a whole bunch of story with this artist here. Apparently, you were also a genie.
Wait, what?
Yes, apparently you're also a genie.
Oh my god.
And Lost is into some 50 Shades of Grey. So is Eliora. Oh my gosh, this artist is amazing. I have a new favorite artist. Wow.
Oh, are you talking about Durgan?
Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Most of this work was based on what I did with my vectors.
Wow. So you actually have a vector of you being a genie. Because I actually did see that, yes.
Hang on a second. Let me look for that one. This one was my most recent submission, and I... oh, boy. Hang on.
Wow. It's you wearing Apple Bloom's bow and wearing stockings.
Yep.
Okay, then. So well, that answers your question. Okay, so obviously I went to the frickin' bar. I went to the strip club. I challenged this mediocre dancer, and I went to the back, and I put on stockings and a big-ass bow. Okay, what else?
Wait, so he's only wearing stockings and a big bow. So is he just like fucking bare bones naked as hell the rest of the way?
Please say no.
Here, Golden. I have a better vector for your image up there. There we go.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hang on. Okay.
Where the fuck is... This art is absolutely fantastic.
Wait a minute, what? Which art? What is it?
The fucking... Oh my god. I feel like if I Google some of this stuff, I'm gonna get some sauce.
Are you guys talking about?
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna Google it.
No, please. What are you guys
Googling?
talking about? I'm scared.
Let's Google it. Let's find out. Let's see what happens. Oh, image search. Oh, here we go.
What is it?
Oh, dude, Google intensifies.
Oh,
well.
what did you guys do?
Oh, you know,
Well-
we just searched something horrible. Oh my god, that vector. It's so good.
Is it the genie vector? Is it the stalking bow vector?
The stalking bow vector, goddamn.
That's just the beginning.
I feel like if I delve into your DeviantArt here, I'm gonna it's gonna go too far.
I'm willing to take my chances.
Holy crap. Okay. And
So,
apparently you were also. Okay. Okay. Ah.
there, I
Congratulations.
Oh
plugged.
my god, you sent a link.
Yes,
Plug.
it's. What link? Where is it?
It's in the
Oh,
chat.
dude. Oh, dude, what's this? Is that you in a French maid outfit?
Yep.
Is
Holy
that
crap.
Keyframe in a French maid outfit?
Yep.
Did the Durgan do something with that?
Nope, I did something with it first. Or there was somewhat of a thing, and then I decided to make a vector of it. Durgan didn't do
Oh.
anything about my character in a maid outfit, but he did do the, you know.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Holy crap.
So, WatchPony,
Alright.
I'm not. I'm pretty sure you didn't expect. You didn't expect this today.
No, I did not. I did not expect this. Actually, no, who am I kidding? I did secretly in the back of my head know this was going to happen or something like this. But I didn't expect to have so much fun with it. So, is it okay if I like bet all of my willpower right now so I can end this story?
Actually, you know what? All right. So, Golden. So you completed your cross dressing. You equipped your stockings and your bow.
Yes.
The cross dressing has been completed. Golden receives 1 point for completing his obsession. So now we will roll to see who will take control of the WatchPony for the very last time. WatchPony bets 9 points.
Ah.
Well then, he definitely won it. Okay, so WatchPony comes to, and he takes control of himself. He's wearing stockings and a bow for some odd reason. He's also wearing not much else.
Oh, God.
He's on a stage at a titty bar in front of a crowd of 5 people who will look very, very, very confused. The bartender's still behind the bar. He looks slightly more interested in the situation than he did 5 seconds ago.
Only slightly?
He's a very jaded man. What do you do, WatchPony?
Okay. Well, I do whatever any male would do when you're on stage with a pole dancer and you just questioned her to a dance-off. I go there and I rock that pole's world.
Okay, well,
Then,
we do have to roll for you being the champion of pole.
okay, roll the fucking die.
Okay, now this is going to be a difficult roll. You have to become the champion of dance. So you got to roll a 6.
What?
I told you. So, as the GM, I determined the difficulty of rolls. If it's going to be a difficult thing for you to do, it has to be a good roll.
If it was difficult for me, why would I challenge that dancer in the first place?
Because your other voice told you to.
Okay, fine. How about not the best dancer in the world, but better than her, since she was, half-assed?
Well, I said you have to become champion of the pole. You have to win this competition.
Okay, then roll a 6.
All right, here we go. You roll
Hope you're
a 5.
freaking damn it.
So, here's how it played out. The watch pony climbs onto the pole. He starts spinning around like a mad cunt. He then loses balance. His leg flies off the pole. He sails into the crowd. He lands face first on the ground. He hits the ground very hard. In fact, so goddamn hard that he gets knocked out. So the watch pony is now unconscious. He will now wake up somewhere else.
Oh god, they finally did it. They finally released the new "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared."
Oh, okay.
Plug in.
All right. Watch pony, you're going to wake up somewhere completely different now. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Let's think. I got it. You wake up on the stairs of a very large building. It's hard for you to gain your bearings as you seem to have a concussion. Perhaps from falling off of a stripper pole and hitting your head on the ground.
Ouch.
Yes.
As you come to, you realize everything looks a little bit different. The colors seem to stand out a little bit brighter, and everything seems a little bit flat. You look up, you see a great castle. You have no idea where you are. This place seems foreign to you, nearly alien in nature. You look down at yourself and you realize that you aren't what you were when you last woke. You are, in fact, the watch pony. This is my best fan fiction. You're still wearing the stockings and the bow, by the way.
Oh, God.
But now they fit you better because you don't have to wear clothes.
God damn it. Ebony better not draw this.
Oh my god, I gotta call him later.
No! Me and my big mouth. God.
You know, I have some commission money that I've been saving for him. So, Watch Pony, you wake up. Essentially, at the base of the royal castle in Canterlot. You're on the stairs. You have a concussion. You're wearing some very strange clothing. Shall we roll? Or will we leave the watch pony in suspense for another day?
We shall have to leave it in suspense for another day because our time is up, guys. We gotta wrap it up. We're gonna tally up the points over here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this long. We actually went like 10 minutes overtime because of how much this game. Holy crap, this game is actually a whole lot of fun. And thank you again for GoldenFox. Anything you want to say, man, to the people watching, or any last words?
I hope you guys enjoyed the silly shenanigans of the last batch of the stream. Because I never realized that I could pull off, such a surprise to Mr. Watch Pony over there.
Gotta say that you look very dashing in socks.
Why, thank you. If you want to see more of that, I've got a couple of vectors on my DeviantArt. I'll have to plug that in there somewhere. And I thank you guys for sticking by and listening to the stream, debating on this silly game, talking about movies, and anything else that we were able to talk about.
Okay. All right. Well, I tallied up the points here, and the grand winner for this week's Behind the Arrow is GoldenFox or maybe I should say GoldenFoxy, with 2,320 points. Second place going to Coda for 260. Third place is me with 97. and last place Keyframe with 20 points for not even being in the podcast. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. Feel free to watch us every Sunday at 12 o'clock Pacific U.S. time. Thank you again, everybody. All of our links and tags are going to be down in the description. See y'all next week. The stream never bothered me anyway.